prove that he's more than just a pale vampire. In the second part of our special with the Star, he tells us about how he handles the pressures of all that fame.
Jacob, what are you doing?
I'm here to warn you. Just leave now. She has a right to know.
What?
The Twilight brand moving on. Like I say, do you think it's just going to be time that will adjust people's thoughts?
I'm just trying to do whatever jobs that I kind of am interested in and really what people want me for and stuff. I mean, really, there's nothing you can do. I don't feel like I'm fighting against anything. It's also, I'm starting to realize as well, as it was so specifically a younger guy, I mean, he's 17, and also with the makeup, everything that made the films difficult to do, are kind of helping me in a way, because it was so specific. I mean, you're kind of, you know, I'm known to be this white guy with contact lenses in and stuff. As soon as you take them out, everyone's like, what? And they don't even recognize me really, so, and I didn't realize that at all at the time. I just can't do anything very pale anymore.
Yeah. And I suppose this is why a character like this is so important at this time, you know, Twilight franchise sort of coming to an end, but you've already established that you're an all-round actor for other things.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I've been trying to fit in other movies in between every single Twilight movie, just so it didn't get to the point where I've done 5 of them and I have to do the one step afterwards.
Gandhi said that whatever you do in life will be insignificant. But it's very important that you do it.
You think it's more in everybody else's thinking than yours?
I think so. Like, people are very fickle. they kind of, you know, if you do good stuff, then they'll follow that, and if you do bad stuff, then they'll just try and hold on to the Twilight thing, which is better than nothing.
Yeah.
You know, well, I've never met you before, okay, and only the hype. The 200 kids, Robert Pattinson fans, outside our studio today, in case you turned up. But the pressure of that, the security guards all around here is phenomenal. You are such a well-balanced bloke with all this hype around you. How do you cope with it? What's your rock, if you like, for you?
I don't really have one. It's funny when you just sort of, you leave crowds and you kind of, you know, when everyone's screaming, it's funny now because you sort of look at your name as something that's not really attached to you anymore, and you kind of leave and everyone's like, Robert, and you're like, oh, there's Robert over there somewhere.
Do you have a solid family, good bunch of mates who take the mickey out of you and bring you down to earth?
Yeah, like it's the best thing about having friends with big egos, because like it doesn't affect them ever. I mean, which is, yeah, it's never changed any of my relationships we've had before. It's always, and it allows you to kind of see the humor in it and see the interesting parts of it instead of just being totally overwhelmed.
Do you not read it, not look at it, not follow all of that, or do you find you
sometimes you kind of have to, because you're really, you know, it's interesting that everybody always thinks that you've got this whole team of publicists and hundreds of people working for yourself, but really you're just on your own, just trying to.
With an elephant.
But you just kind of, you know, you have to figure out ways. You kind of vaguely look at the waves of public perception and stuff, and try and ride it a little bit.
Mate, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Cheers.
Sorry, it's my elephant. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, elephant.
See, Cyan knew that you were the host of the zoo, and there was that natural attraction.
Oh, yeah, thanks very much. Lower an elephant.
Nice guy though, wasn't he?
He was lovely. We were just saying he was very, he was just really thoughtful about his answers. You know, often you interview people and you just feel like they're going through the normal trotting out the same answers to every question they get, but he didn't. He was really nice.
Really impressive.
There you go, girls.
Coming up.